Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Somebody's Mama podcast. We're your hosts, Nicole and
Kendra.
We're so excited to be back, you guys. This is our second video with the audio podcast.
So, hey, YouTube.
Hey, we're
and
here.
Spotify.
Okay, we are in here. We are not playing with y'all. We're back and we're being consistent because we told them already that we were top 1% of being consistent.
Yes, on our analytics for Spotify, we were definitely in the top percentile of ratings for being consistent throughout the year. So, shout out to us.
Shout out to us. So again, we're back like we always do. And let's just jump into it. We hope you guys are enjoying having the video version. Also, before I forget, if you see us looking down, we're looking at our notes, okay?
Yes. Because we're gonna stay on task, okay?
Okay, and we're prepared,
right,
at all times. Okay,
so yes. That's nothing new. We've always done this. You guys just haven't been able to see that before. So
yes, that's nothing new. But now you can just see us.
Right. Maybe we'll do an episode on that too, like things that have helped us to stay consistent with this podcast, because it's not always easy. But yeah, so we'll get into that later. But yeah.
So we're just gonna jump into it. We have a really good episode today. Kendra, what have you been up to?
Okay, you guys. So we are 2 weeks into the new year, and I've spent the first week of the new year sick. So I haven't been up to much.
Every day I'm like checking, are you better yet?
Right. No. Because we literally couldn't record or anything while I was sick.
Yeah.
Contagious, hello. So no, I'm clear. I'm very clear. But yeah, so my whole family got the flu. So yeah, we all got the flu. Started off with my youngest son, and then he kind of just passed it all to us throughout the week. So he got sick, I think the day after Christmas. He got sick. And so, yeah, so that was unfortunate, but we're all better now. Everyone is A1 day once.
Good.
Kendon is back at school. They started school today. But yeah, this past weekend, I felt bad too, because it was, we were still on break. So Kendon didn't really get to do anything his last week of break. So, but we did go out this past weekend. We went to the mall. And he likes to go to the mall for some reason. So yeah, we went to South Coast Plaza.
Nice.
And we just did some shopping there. He got to spend a little bit of his Christmas money.
Ooh, what was he trying to buy?
Girl, toys, you already know. So
Louis Vuitton at South Coast Plaza.
No, we were at Macy's.
Okay.
And when we went to Macy's, I forgot that Macy's has Toys R Us now.
Oh, I didn't. You know what? I didn't even know that until you posted on your story.
Yes, Macy's has Toys R Us. I guess wild. It's in all Macy's stores. And so it was really cool. It's not the same though. It's not the same like Toys R Us or anything like that. Yeah. I'll talk a little bit more about that in my mama moments. But yeah, so that's what we ended up doing over the weekend, and kind of just like, took down our Christmas decorations, reset the house and things like that. So yeah, what about you?
Nice. Well, my decorations stay up. The tree is up.
You know what? I got really sad when I took mine down. I should have kept it up another week.
But it's so happy. It's like just looking at happiness. Every day you come downstairs and you just see the tree.
Yeah. But I also put my tree up October 30th.
Yeah.
So it was time for me.
Yeah. You did get yours up early.
Yeah.
So over the weekend, it was just raining.
Mm-hmm.
And we really just hung out and watched movies.
Yeah.
Made chili.
Okay, chili.
But one thing we did do is we're going to talk about it more in our main topic, but I went to the different gyms in the area.
Oh, yeah.
And did little tours.
Okay.
And found the gym for me.
Okay, and the gym for her is also the gym for me, y'all. It's fire.
It's the gym. And I went to all the gyms over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And literally the gym that you were like, this is the one, Nicole.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, Kendra, just go to the gym by your house.
Right. I was telling her, like, if I sign up for Planet Fitness, which is the closest gym to me, I'm going to be thinking about the other gym, because the other gym is like top tier for this area, at least.
And you know what? I will say that I was very judgmental about this gym. I thought it was going to be like just like, I think because of the name, it kind of throws me off.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's not a name that you automatically think, oh, gym, you know?
Yeah. And also, it wasn't like a super popular, like, when it came to the area, it was the first time I've ever heard of it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's fire, you guys. It has a movie theater.
Yeah.
Like a movie theater in the gym. And every day they have a show list of what movies are going to be played. You can also look on the app to see what movies are going to be played. Yeah. And in the theater, they have ellipticals, they have treadmills, the bicycles, and it's dark. Mm-hmm. And so, and the air is going, and you can like watch an action-packed movie and just be on the like elliptical or the treadmill. Yeah. And then you also could still listen to your music if you wanted to, like in your headphones. But that's what that's like the main thing that I love about it. And then they have like the hydro massage, sauna, steam, pool, literally all the amenities that you would want in a gym.
Yeah. And see, what I'm excited about is they have this training room.
Yes.
The training room.
It has all the equipment.
You're in there in this training room, and there's one trainer in there, and there's music pumping, and he's like, or he or she is in there like, all right, you guys, let's go. And you're switching off machines, and they're doing the rowing machine. And
it's called circuit training.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's like intense circuit training. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that's what I want right there. Because it takes me back to volleyball days.
Oh, like the conditioning and all that. Yeah.
So to have that, and then to have like all the people in there with you too,
motivating.
It's like, it's like building a little community within the gym.
Right.
And also the kids section, the kids club.
The kids club or daycare or whatever. Yeah, it's fire. Lit. It's really nice.
It's good. And the people that worked in the kids club, sweet as pie.
Yep. I used to take, my first time going there was when Kendon was small, and I would take him with me.
Yep.
And like, you can include the child's membership in your membership. Mm-hmm. And it didn't work out for him because he just wasn't a daycare type of kid. Yeah. So I ended up having to drop him off with my dad. But I really liked it. Like, it was really nice, very clean, organized. The way they checked the kids in and out was like super organized. So yeah, it's top tier. We're not going to mention the name of it because they're not paying us.
Right.
But yeah, it's top tier.
2023
it's giving pay us to say your name. Okay.
That's what it's giving. But, we'll work out a link.
Right. Yeah. We're working on that, you guys. Big things coming for 2023. Okay. We're trying to do it all, baby. Okay. Yes. So, yeah. So let's move along. Is that all you want to say about your weekend? You didn't really say.
Yeah. I think that was it.
Okay. I'm cool with that. Okay, let's move into our mama moment. Yes. So, like I was saying about Toys R Us, I'm going to segue my mama moment into that. So, you guys know when we were kids, we used to go to Toys R Us, walk up and down the aisles. Yeah. They had the bicycles in there. You could ride the bikes or like get on like the big wheeler, like little trucks, like try out the toys, like hula hoops. Like, I remember the hula hoops, like the big balls, bouncing the balls back and forth with my brother.
Of course.
Really, really fun, right? So it's different. But Kendon was so excited because we walking into Macy's, he saw the big sign with the toys and everything. And he's like, Mom, what is that? And I'm like, oh, it's a toy store. And he's like, this does not look like a toy store. And I'm like, it's on the 3rd floor. So when we walk in, I'm looking for boots, okay? Because I'm going on a trip and I'm looking for boots. So he's like, okay, Mom, let's just go to the 3rd floor. Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, let me try on these boots. My husband's like, I'll just take it. I'm like, no, it's his first time. I want to go too.
Like, I'm trying to see.
So they're sitting there waiting for me to try the boots on. Anyway, we end up going to the 3rd floor, and I caught the whole thing on camera. It's the cutest thing ever. His face lit up when we turned the corner, and even though to me it was very underwhelming, he was so excited because he's like, Mom, I've never been to a toy store before, like, because Target is Target.
Yeah, Target is Target.
And they did have it spaced out a little differently, so it did give more of like a toy store feel. And then they did have the big giraffe, and you could sit on the bench and take a picture with the giraffe.
A must.
We didn't end up doing it that time because it was just too many people trying to take pictures. So I'm like, we'll go back and do another photo. But Bryson had a ball. We let him get out of the stroller because Bryson is a runner, you guys. So we normally don't let him out of the stroller in the mall because he's a track star.
Yeah.
But we let him out of the stroller. He found his section. He loves like the brand Little People.
Okay, yeah.
Where they, they have like the dump trucks, the food trucks, all those things. He loves that. So he walks around, found his section with the little people, and he was in heaven. So it was just a really special mama moment / dad moment for my husband. Like we were like, wow, this is so cool, seeing our kids just enjoy themselves and like play with the toys and like just kind of like be, that kid joy.
Right.
And Kendon took his money and he went up to the counter. He's like, this is what I want. My husband gave him a budget. He's like, you're not going to spend all your Christmas money on all,
right,
stuff you already have, basically.
Yeah.
So he's like, you have a budget. This is your budget. And so you have to make sure that you stay within your budget. And so he's like, Mom, how much is this? And I'm like, oh, let's go look at the, you can scan it.
Yeah.
And so he would go scan it. And then he's like, okay, well, how much do I have left over? Like trying to do math. It was just a really great experience. So, yeah, that was my mama moment. It was really fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay, so my mama moment is, now listen, I'm very competitive.
Okay.
My husband is very competitive.
Uh-huh.
We both play sports. We're very competitive. Okay. Our kids are very competitive. Okay. Just sometimes we've had to teach them that fine line of like, okay, you're competitive, but if you lose, you lose.
Oh yeah, that's a tough pill for them to swallow.
It's a tough pill to like swallow. Like you lose, no, like you're not winning everything. Like
right,
you lost,
and don't cheat.
Yeah, do not cheat.
Ugh, Kendon is the worst cheater.
You'd be like, listen,
every game we play, he has to cheat. And I'm like, bro,
like don't do that. So my mama moment is we were driving in the car and my daughter was saying how they were playing like that game where they go around a chair.
Oh, like musical chairs.
Yeah, so they're going musical chairs and she was like, yeah, I didn't win this other kid. So she got to like the final two basically.
Okay.
And the other kid, oh no, she got to like the final four.
Okay.
And then somebody else won. Okay. Right. And so I went on the sideline and then my son interrupted her and said, yeah, when I get on the sideline, we cheer the other people on.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter was like, yeah, I was saying, go Dakota. I guess it doesn't matter. There's a lot of Dakotas out there. She's like, yeah, when I got out, I was cheering for my friend. Go Dakota, go Dakota, go Dakota. And my son was like, yeah, when I get out, I make sure to cheer for the people that are still in the game. Yeah. They're still in the game. We might have got out, but we still got to cheer for the people that are in.
Good.
And I was so proud.
Yeah.
Because 3 months ago.
They're maturing.
That Uno?
Girl.
Uno was a danger. Oh no, we got Candy.
Uno is dangerous with adults. Oh, Candy
Lane.
Candyland.
We got that over Christmas.
Yeah, Candyland gets ugly.
I never experienced Candyland
because Candyland can get a little tricky because they have those cards where you can skip basically the whole board.
Yeah.
And Kendon got really upset with me the other day. We played a lot of board games while we were sick.
Yeah.
And I got like the ice cream, and the ice cream skips you all the way to basically the finish line.
Yeah.
And I got the ice cream, and I almost didn't even want to put it down because he just looked so defeated. And I was like, there might be another ice cream in there. Like, and I found myself cheating, trying to make him feel better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't do that.
See, I never played Candyland till Christmas. So we're playing and out of nowhere my husband goes, okay, so we're all towards the end and we're all towards the top, right? And he goes, oh, there's not a lot of cards left and we still haven't got, I guess, one that's at the very bottom. He's like, we still haven't got the blah blah blah. And I'm starting to realize, oh, these special cards, you can jump ahead or you could jump back.
Don't get the peppermint.
So he was like, I think he had said like, oh, there's the peppermint still hasn't come up yet. It's something like that. And I took a second to like, oh, like,
yeah, it's about to be a meltdown.
It's about to be a meltdown. And then that thing popped up. I don't know who it popped up on, but I knew they was upset.
Right.
I don't remember which kid, but they were upset. So I was really proud when they said you cheer the other people on.
Yes.
I was like, oh, okay, yes, got cheer.
Yeah, it's so much that they have to learn with playing games and things like that. Yeah. And it's interesting to me too, because with Kendon, he will get so upset with us.
Yeah.
But when he's playing with friends, he's very like, oh, it's okay. Like you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, why you do us dirty? I guess because we're his parents, like he expects for us to let him win, but we like, no, it's a cold world out there.
Yeah,
you have to learn here how to handle yourself.
Yeah.
When you don't win, like, and so it's not like I always win or anything. Like he wins, like
yeah.
We try not to cheat. So. Right. If I win fair and square, then I win. And then he has to learn how to cope with that. And then when he wins, I celebrate him. I kind of like show him how to do it. And so Kendon is funny because he has this fake smirk when he knows. Yeah. It looks like
good job. Kids do that.
It looks just like
kids
that.
Kids be doing that.
Like he'll be like, have a good job, Mom. Like
you're the best.
Or he'll be like this totally fake smile to like make me feel better or whatever. And I'll be cracking up. It's so funny, but yeah.
That's funny.
These kids are hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, so
let's get into our topic of the week.
Yes, let's talk about it. So you guys know this is January and we are all geared up for the new year. We have goals, we have things that we want to do. And this is called Somebody's Mama Podcast. And so we talk about an array of topics, but as mothers, there's a lot of things that we have on our plate and we try to squeeze ourselves in there where we can. But this year, we're not doing that.
No.
We are going to be intentional about the things that we do for ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we talk to ourselves. Like we kind of kicked it off last week with Shauna.
Yes.
Shauna Villegas. If you guys haven't listened to that episode, make sure you guys go back and listen to that episode. It was so good because she just kind of like motivated us to think about ourselves and like to give God the first fruits of our day and have everything trickle down with the goals and things that we want to achieve with our fitness goals, weight loss, whatever, with their spirituality, like all those things cater to us.
Right.
And so we're putting ourselves at the top of the priority list this year. And so to kick that off, we want to talk about things that we are committed to doing for ourselves. So even with coming up with these goals, we kind of had to remind ourselves like, no, not about the kids, not about the family, about us.
Yeah, about me.
Yeah, about me. It's all about me. Okay.
Yeah. 2023. It's all about
me. So what's one of the things that you are committing to do for yourself, Nicole?
Listen, okay. Even on my vision board at the middle, at the top, under my name, under it for 2023, commitment.
Okay. That's a good one.
Pay off my debt.
Oh, the commitment is to pay off the debt.
Yeah,
my commitment is good.
No,
we need commitment.
I know. No,
to everything.
The commitment is one of my big ones. Is to pay off debt. And now I don't have a lot of debt. But I have stuff that's just like, why do you even have
is it
that?
there? Yeah.
Like why is that even there?
Why is that a bill?
Yeah, like why am I? And then it's like, why I got this interest? Like what am I?
Just paid off.
Just what am I doing?
Right.
You know? So, and not to toot my horn. Okay.
Beep beep.
Beep beep. I didn't know till I went to the bank with my husband that I'm Wells Fargo has a tier.
Oh yeah, they do.
They have a tier.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you top tier?
I'm top tier. Not number one, but number two.
Okay. Period.
Number two. And so that's a pro and a con.
That means you could get my money.
Yeah, and they just be real generous Mm-hmm. And my debt's nothing crazy, but I still feel like, you know what? Why am I paying this? Yeah. Why am I paying this? This money could be going somewhere else.
Right.
And also the subscriptions. I feel like when you have all these subscriptions to all these different things, especially with creating content, you try different apps.
Right.
And it's always a free trial, then you forget to take it off. So my thing is, took all the subscriptions off of the ones I didn't use, because that's the stuff that you're just like, it's building up the debt.
It's accumulating.
And just before you know it, it's like,
also check your Amazon, like if you have Amazon Prime, because I was noticing these charges every month. It would be like $4.99, $5.99. I'm like, what is that? So one day I went into the Amazon account and there was like 3 subscriptions that I do not use, that I don't remember signing up for, that were included on that bill. And I'm like, where did these come from? So check your stuff and make sure you're not having in subscriptions that, because your kids,
that
if they press the wrong button, like, it's a wrap.
Listen, I got a little Amazon hack. Okay. I cut off Amazon Prime because I really don't.
Oh girl, I can't do that.
I cut off my Amazon Prime because I really don't shop on Amazon like that.
That's good.
I really, really don't. And my husband kept saying I could just be added to his anyway. Why we got 2 separate ones?
Oh yeah, we have one.
But listen, when you cut them off, they don't want you to go.
Oh no.
So even though I wasn't paying it anymore, they were still providing me Prime.
Yeah, they want you to come back, because once they see you start buying stuff again, they're gonna be like, okay, here's your.
Yeah. So they were still giving me the Prime, and then it took them a good couple months
to cut it off,
to say, hey,
you ain't
paid us, but we still sending you Prime.
Yeah, no.
So they cut me off.
I don't think I could do that. I literally order everything from Amazon.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Every day. Like when I think of something that I need, I'm sorry. Whoop, 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 whoop. It's at my door tomorrow.
See, okay, one year I cut up buying things, because I used to just buy things all the time.
Yeah.
So one year I said, oh, this year I'm not buying anything. And so that year I only bought 3 or 4 things when it came to like myself.
Oh yeah, the stuff I buy is not for myself most of the time.
What do you be buying?
For the house.
Oh.
And it's like I don't have to, instead of going to Target, I just ordered off Amazon, because a lot of times it's cheaper.
Okay.
So like Bryson needs a new backpack, I'm going to order that from Amazon.
Oh really?
Like if we need glassware for the house, I'm ordering that from Amazon.
Really?
Everything.
See,
my
husband buys all the stuff.
That little light I showed you, Amazon.
See, I'll be like,
phone case is broken, Amazon.
The light, I'll be like, I'll just go to TJ Maxx real quick.
They don't have that.
Okay, they don't have that one, but they be having stuff.
They don't have that. I looked.
Or maybe because I also have a Best Buy.
And see, you spending more money at Best Buy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a whole nother thing, you guys.
Anyway,
I'm an advocate for Amazon. I shouldn't be, but I am.
Okay, so what about you? What's one of your commitments?
The top of the list for me, I talked about it in last week's episode, is working out. Like, I have to do it. It has to be a priority. It has to be a top of the list for me, because it's very much needed. Not only for my physical health, but for my mental health. I've just been seeing so many like videos and things that talk about how like your mood and your energy and everything is linked to working out.
Yeah.
And when I think back, things I used to do, and I'm like, how did I stay awake for that? It's like I was working out. I literally would get up at 5:30 in the morning, go work out, go to work, drive 2 hours back home.
Oh wow.
Like same thing over and over again. I'm like, how did I have the energy to do that? Granted, I didn't have no kids back then, but also I was working out.
Yeah. And
so last week really motivated me as well. The episode we had last week. So I'm like, that's got to be at the top of my list. Mm-hmm. And I saw this girl on TikTok that was talking about, I think his name is Mike Pill or something. And he's like a hip hop instructor on YouTube. So I could check him out when I'm not at our gym.
Yeah. Because the new gym is
the gym. It makes you want to work out.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
When I was going there, I looked forward to going there. They got like a little protein bar. You can get like a little protein shake on your way out the door. Yeah. You can get a massage. I always went to the sauna. Yeah. And like the equipment is just nice, comfortable in there. The people were nice. Like all the staff is really nice too.
Yeah, staff was super nice. Yeah. And you didn't feel like, oh, you need to sign up right now.
Yeah.
I was like, it was a vibe.
Yeah.
They're not calling me every minute. Other gyms, I had to tell a girl today. I said, no, I'm not going with you.
Yeah.
I just had to tell her, I'm not going. I'm not doing that.
Right.
I'm not doing that.
Right.
Don't call me again.
What's next on your list?
Okay, so I had to come to terms last year that I am an introvert. And I didn't know it. I didn't know it.
Really?
I didn't. It took me like coming to this podcast for me to realize like, oh no, you're an introvert. You just have this. When I have an idea, I stick to my idea, and that's my extrovert. I'm not really an extrovert. I just have an idea and I just stick with the idea.
Goal getter.
Yeah, I'll have a goal and I just go after it. Right. And so since I just look at the goal and I work backwards, okay, what do I need to do? Then I just go and do it. But no, I'm an introvert. I've been out here faking the funk. Okay.
That is so funny.
So this year I'm going to some mommy events.
Put yourself out there, girl.
Get myself out there. Get myself out there, and I'm going to one on Friday.
I love that. I want to start doing more stuff like that too, because I have a group of friends, but I am a people person. Like, I'm ready to meet some new people. Like,
no, you're not.
I am.
No,
I'm not a people person.
You don't know. You're a people person, but I feel like you have so many like. Maybe like to me, because I'm an introvert, you have a lot of friends.
Right.
And you have every weekend, there's a different friend that has something going on.
Let me
What do you have room for new?
Let me elaborate.
What are you going to have?
I have a lot. I know a lot of people. Okay.
Yeah.
I have one really, I would say I have like two groups of friends.
Yeah.
But they overlap in people.
Okay,
so,
I can see that.
Like my friends that I grew up with, or my friends that I've had for 10 plus, 20 plus years,
right,
is 4 people or 5. I think it's 5 of us all together.
Yeah.
But everyone's lives are different, and we try to get together at least like once a month.
Yeah.
And then I have a group of like mom friends.
Right.
But some of those people from that group are the same people.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I'm just like wanting to meet new people. I don't know why I have the urge to like meet new people. I do. Me and my husband just talked about it the other day.
Really?
Yeah. But I've always been, I won't say I've always been, in my adult years, I've always enjoyed like meeting people. Like when I go to an event,
I can see that.
I'm not going to sit in the corner and like not talk to anybody. Like when I was younger, I wouldn't dare walk into a room and just start talking to people.
Right.
But now when I walk into a room, it's because I'm kind of like, I don't know. I have different interests now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And now I'm wanting to move more into the business field, and I'm curious about what people are doing.
Yeah. And
like, I want to try different things. I kind of feel like sometimes I get a little bored with like the same things. What?
I thought you were going to say I get bored with my friends.
No.
Kendra, I know one of them watches podcasts.
No, not with them. And it has nothing to do with them.
No, it has nothing to do with them. No.
It has everything to do with me. And like,
me.
I don't know, I'm 35 now. I'm
so
just
wait,
like,
how do you, quick segment. How do you balance out, like, okay, so you're going to add these new, so you're open to these new friends. How are you going to balance all that? How do you balance? Okay, maybe because I'm so to myself. How do you balance?
I've always balanced it well. I think you kind of just prioritize certain things.
Oh, okay.
So just because you have a new friend doesn't mean you have to talk to them every day. Okay. You don't have to hang out with them every day.
See, I meet people that want to talk to me every day.
No, you gotta set boundaries.
And I can't talk every day.
I'm looking for something more like a book club or like a mommy meetup group where it's like once a quarter or once every other month. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
Just something like that's out of my routine that I currently have.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's always good to add. You know what I was thinking about is joining the our city's chamber or whatever. Because I know they be having little business events.
She likes to do business stuff.
I like to do
when
business.
She's meeting people.
So that's what my husband said is my problem.
Yes. Even when you said, oh, I'm going to go to this meetup thing, and you're like, finance. I'm like, no, that's not fun.
Yeah, so that's what my husband said is my problem. He's like, Nicole, you meet people at these things that you're interested in, and it tends to be business-wise. Mm-hmm. Or what happens is you meet someone and you start having conversation, and then you give them some good business advice.
Everything's networking.
And then, everything. And so then I'm like, then everything becomes about business. And I'd be like, I never start a conversation off about business because I like to genuinely like, oh yeah, get to know you. And then before I know it, the person is just like contacting me just about business. And then I'm telling my husband like, and then he's
I thought we were friends.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought we were friends, but they only call me about how to do this and how to. And then my husband's like, that's your fault. Stop giving people business advice.
Yeah, you have to kind of like, if you want it to be separate, you have to separate it. Like if you want it to be for leisure,
then you just have to make it leisurely. About leisure. Okay, so that's something I learned. Mm-hmm. So for 2023, and then you know what he told me? He's wild. He said, start putting people on retainer.
Heck yeah. You giving this stuff out for free, girl.
He was like, Nicole, you need to start. You know what? Next time, just start. I'm all whispering like you can't hear me. But he was like, start putting people on retainer. Yeah. I was like, how am I supposed to tell people that?
So it's all about how you say it. So it's like, yeah, I've noticed that we've been talking a lot about such and such. So I wanted to offer you
this service
if you would like to continue consulting relationship or whatever you want to call it. I would like to offer that to you because I've noticed that I have been talking about and I can create a great plan for you.
Yeah.
I'm her business manager, guys.
Yeah, no, really, 2023. I'm just gonna give Kendra 30% of all my business.
You are a retainer. I was kidding.
I know. I'll give you a retainer. I said I would give you 30% of all my companies, and then you just manage it, Kendra.
I'm just kidding.
Take the percentage. I got the consultation.
Look, we got that on camera.
I know. Okay.
But no, because you do have like really good skills, and you've told me about people that you've helped and stuff too. So like you have a lot of experience. So you can bottle that up. That's what everybody is doing, y'all.
Everybody's bottling
bottling it up, and selling it.
Okay, are we on you or me?
I think it's me because I only said working out.
Okay, go ahead.
So I know this is so funny to say this next because I just said how I was meeting people. But
I just read it.
Right. But I think something that I had to commit to for myself, I already kind of started doing it last year.
Yeah.
Was saying no when I don't, or not answering the phone when I don't have the capacity to be there or to like be present. Like, don't you hate like when you call somebody for something and they're like irritated?
Yeah.
So I think for myself, I had to put that boundary to when I don't feel it or I don't have the capacity to like be on the phone, or I know like this conversation is going to take my energy that I don't have, like just committing to really like committing to doing that. Like, send them a text like, hey, I'm actually not in the best space to talk about X, Y, and Z, or to be on the phone or whatever. But that's something I feel like I have to commit to for myself. Like that's like something that's going to be good for my mental health. Because I am a person that tries to be there for people and listen to people and like, just kind of just be there. Like I've always been that friend that you can call on, and I will continue to be that friend because that's who I am.
Right.
But I also have to make sure that I'm doing a check with myself, because I don't always have the capacity to be there for people in the ways that they may need me, because now I do have my own family and my own challenges and my own life. Before I probably had more time or I didn't really have much going on. So it was like, yeah, girl, come on.
Yeah.
What happened? You know, but now I'll be like with the kids and like doing all this and that and still trying to like, you know, and then at the end of the day, I'm just drained.
Yeah.
And so I think for myself, like I said, something that I implemented last year, and I actually feel good about it. Like, and the people in my life respect those boundaries that I've set. Because when you set the boundaries, like if people really want you to be there, they'll respect it.
Right.
And so I'm committing to keeping that going.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me.
Yes, boundaries. Because you are a good person to like call or like you'll say the right thing.
Yeah.
But I could see how somebody could not abuse it on purpose.
Yeah, not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
Yeah.
But it's not even abusing it. It's just like, hey, I want to call my friend because she's gonna say she knows what to say to get me back in a good train of thought, right?
And it's a gift. Like I don't ever want people to feel like they can't come to me because it's a gift that I'm very grateful for, to be there for people.
Right.
But I do like, I have a friend when she calls and she knows it's something heavy, she says, do you have the capacity to take on something right now?
Right.
She always asks. And I basically learned from her to, oh, I can do that, huh? I can say I don't, you know?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You don't have that problem when no one calls you. They're like, Nicole not gonna answer. I'm just gonna text her. I'm like, yeah, text me, girl. Text me, girl.
That is so funny. The crazy thing is, I'm actually not a phone person.
Yeah, me either.
Like I'm an in-person, like.
But if you call me, I'll be on the phone for a long time.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay. So my last commitment, and then we'll go into. Or do you have a third one? Do you have a?
Yeah, but
okay. Yeah. So my last one, I'll keep it cute. I've had this one thing that I've wanted to do for a really long time. Not a lot of people know about it, and it's really like my first real dream of like what I wanted to do career-wise, right? It's something I've wanted to do for a really, really long time. And I've been scared to do it because I don't know, like I feel like I've done a lot of things and I've never been the type of person to be like afraid of failure or afraid of this or that. But it's something that I enjoy so much that I haven't taken the steps because I don't know, like for any business you go into, you have to be willing to know that this might go left or this might have this or that. And I enjoy it so much that part of me is like, okay, well, you enjoy it, you're just going to keep going or this and that. But there's this other part where you're like, I enjoy it so much. I don't want it to be something that's public, but it's something that it's like
like in case it fails or
no, it's not even fails. I feel like it's something that you need to be public about, and I don't want to be public about it.
Okay.
So it's a business that is a very public business. It's not YouTube or anything like that, but it's a career, and it's something that
I'm all looking at her paper trying to see what it is.
I know. I didn't even write it on here. I just said first step in one dream. Because the thing about me is, I noticed that at least the past decade, I feel like I've been building somebody else's dream. And I just started to build things, but it's really not in my dream. It's just like what I've learned for so long.
Yeah.
And I just came to the realization like, hey, you've been doing this for a long time. You can get it going. You can hire the employees. Yeah. You can run it, and it can be a business, right?
Right.
But there needs to be, and like, you guys know about St. Cole. I've talked about it before. St. Cole, when it comes to clothing, those things the way that I'm building St. Cole is going to take a long time to grow to what it needs to be, because just retail is just a monster, right? But this other dream I've had for so long, and this year I said, you know what? It's something that something that takes a long time to start.
I think I know what you're talking about.
It's not something that's going to interrupt the podcast.
Right.
It's something that takes a long time to even start. So I have the mentor person. I have a call with them on Thursday. And it's a long process to get started. So once I get to the place, no, I probably won't share it. But
where's my pants? I could ask you if it's what I think it is.
So it's something that I've always wanted to do, and you're wrong.
Dang, you said this before.
What is it? What is it? I don't know what that says. Sorry. Nope. You're not gonna guess it. No. Oh, girl, no. I had to let it go.
Well, you have never said it.
Yeah, I have never said it because it is that personal to me. I've probably told you stories, but I've never full out said it because there's a couple of reasons why I didn't go into it. But now I feel like I'm at a point where it's like, you know what?
No, it wasn't that.
You're 35, about to be 36. No, I'm 35, about to be 36, and I was like, what if you go after it? What if you try? Like, what if you just do it? You guys, I'm just gonna tell you
what
I decided this year.
I don't know. I'm nervous.
I'm gonna be a stripper. I'm joking.
You know what? I'm done with her. Okay.
I'm joking.
I'm so done.
No. That's not it. But maybe one day I'll get comfortable enough to say it.
I feel you though, because I'm actually like the same way when it comes to like businesses and things that I want to do. Like I told you guys the last episode that, I got my LLC and all that stuff, right? Yeah. So of course, what are people doing? Asking me, how's the business planning going? Yeah. When is it?
They don't need to know.
I've always been super private when it comes to like businesses and things that I'm doing until it's done. Yeah. I don't speak about it because I don't really like for people to keep asking me like, how's it going? What are you doing? It feels like pressure and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So
it's like, you know what? I don't need the pressure. My thing is like when you start something new, it's good not to tell people. I probably won't tell anybody until, the first thing finishes.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, I have the store, I have the podcast, I have another company, and it starts to make people feel like, dang, what is this y'all little butter?
It just opens the door to opinions.
It opens the door to opinions.
It's so special and private and like so near and dear to your heart. You don't want people's opinions.
No.
You just don't.
And that's a lesson I feel like everybody has to learn, because when you start sharing like what you want to do, everybody don't need to know, because even somebody like, oh my goodness, I'll never forget. I had this friend that I was so close to, and like one day I was like, I think it was the beginning of St. Cole, and I like shared like, oh my gosh, and she ignored it. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, that'll make me mad.
And then I repeated it, like, oh yeah, and she was just like, did you not even hear what I just?
Especially when something is so near and dear to you. You want people to be excited for you or like whatever. Like
but so I just learned to not tell nobody. But this, I really don't want to say. But anyways, what about Kendra?
I'll figure it out. I'm over here like, is it this? Is it this? I know.
Because she just wrote down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
and I'm still wrong. I think I was right, but she just don't want to tell me. I'm gonna think about it later. Another thing that I have on my list, I spoke about it last week, was therapy. That's something that I am looking forward to doing this year. I've kind of like put it off the last couple of years, but it's something I'm excited to do for myself. It's something that I feel like is something I need to commit to for myself. And then also intentionally making time for myself, like aside from my maintenance, like things like I used to say like self-care. A lot of people do say self-care, and it's a form of self-care, like getting your nails done and things like that. But that is not personal time. It's loud. It's people in there. Yeah. It's like you're rushing to you got 2 hours to get it done and then get on back home or whatever.
Right.
So just intentionally making time for myself to do things that I enjoy, whether that's going to take a painting class by myself or going taking myself to dinner or going to the movies by myself. Just some things that I want to do like by myself, for myself. Um, I adopted the thing of like doing staycations like a couple years ago, but I was supposed to do it once a quarter. Ended up being only one time last year, and so like time kind of flies by, and so I just want to be more intentional about putting myself. We talked about that before, like putting yourself on the calendar and just making sure that you're dedicating that time solely for yourself, not like hanging out with friends or going to. I feel because sometimes those things can be obligation.
Right.
Like Nicole said, girl, you going somewhere every weekend. But sometimes that stuff is like the kids had a birthday party, or my husband got invited somewhere, or somebody needs me to go here, or it's somebody's birthday, like, and they came to my birthday, I got to go to their birthday, like, and stuff. So, and all that stuff is fun, but just making the time to like intentionally like dedicate for me by myself.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one. And that's your promise to yourself?
No, those are the things that I committed to myself.
Okay, so you want to switch to promises?
Yeah. So something we also wanted to talk about was to make a promise to ourselves, just to pick one thing. Like these are things like, we're committing to do for ourselves, but also making a promise to yourself. So we want you guys to do this as well. Like this is something. It's a good journal prompt.
It is.
So if you're into journaling or you want to get into journaling, I think this is something that you guys can take the time to do for yourself as well. Like, what are some things that you want to commit to do for yourself this year? And also, what is a promise that you want to make to yourself? So that can kind of like be intertwined. So for me, I said that I want to make my personal goals a top priority because some of the things on this list I said I was going to do for myself last year that I didn't get a chance to do because I had other priorities. So especially when you have children, you have businesses, you're married, church commitments, like all those things take up space and time for you to like focus on. Like you can center your attention on all those things and completely ignore all the goals that you set for yourself because you're putting others before yourself, which we're taught to do. But I think making the promise to myself to make my goals a priority is something that was important for me, especially because I am wanting to start a couple businesses this year. And like I was supposed to do that last year, but things happen and I had to dedicate a lot of time to my youngest son because he has his own set of challenges, and like my husband's building a business and like traveling and like things like that. So even my husband is like, no, you need to like do this stuff that you've been wanting to do. So he's even pushing me in that direction. So I make that promise to myself.
Good. Listen, and you know what it is too? Before we got on here, I was asking Kendra like, oh, you've been uploading a lot. Like, when are you finding time to edit? And she's like, yeah, I'm up till 2. And I'm like, you know what? That's really just what happens. Like, you're just like, okay, today I'm just going to be up till 2.
Yeah, because if I said this,
and it's not every night.
It's not every night. And I'm finding my groove with that. But also YouTube is something that I genuinely enjoy. And so that for me is making time to prioritize my personal goals. Like, I haven't really made strides on YouTube because I fall off. And so if you want anything to be successful, you have to be committed. You have to be consistent. You have to be strategic. And so I've already made a few little changes trying to get myself out there and my stuff to be seen more by people. And so that's a part of my promise to myself. So I'll be up sometimes to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get that video uploaded because I'm like, listen, this is the day I said I was gonna do it.
And you know what? This is a little trick. Okay, this is a little trick. Okay, when I used to blog when blogs was popping, right? Any night that I was up till 2, I make sure to post that I was up till 2. So like closing your
I've done that before.
Closing it and putting your time, and then post when you woke up. And when people start seeing that over and over and over, the dedication, they start to be like, oh wow, like she's really
taking it serious.
And so let me go check out her channel. And it really does work.
It does. That's good.
See over here.
Y'all want to, but let's timestamp it. It's 9:54, y'all, and we're recording this podcast.
Yeah,
that's how dedicated we are.
Yes,
we had long days, and our time had to get pushed back, but we're still here.
We're still here. So, one of my promises, like I said, I told you guys last year. Every year, I take something, and if I'm struggling with it, I just take it away, and I just try to do it for a year. So, like 1 year, I didn't buy clothing. For myself. I ended up only buying like 3 pieces that year. So the goal isn't so much like, the goal is to really start off and go a long stretch of time without doing it. And then if I want to, towards the end of the year, do it once or twice, or I feel it's necessary. Like the 3 times is because I had to get a work outfit. Like I was like, I don't have no work clothes. Like it's time, Nicole. And so, this year, my promise is no soda 2023.
That's a good one.
Because the end of last year, I just got soda crazy. Coca-Cola was hitting. Coca-Cola, girl, every day it just started to hit. And when you drink that Coca-Cola, you just be up. And so towards the end of last year, I just got Coca-Cola crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, 2023, we're going back, because I'm not really a soda drinker. But just past 6 months of 2022, I was just wilding out. So 2023, it's no soda, but I'm starting to feel like that might be a little too easy for me, because I really am not a soda drinker.
Right. You just had a moment.
I just had a problem.
What about that one? Did you say that one yet?
Okay, not yet. But with the no soda, I'm thinking it might be too easy. So I'm considering adding less bread or no bread, calculating bread once a week. Because I'm a quesadilla, bread, croissant,
carb girl.
I'm a carb girl. CC.
Shut up.
Oh wait, it's CG. Carb girl.
Oh wow.
CC.
It's late, y'all.
It's late. It's almost 10 o'clock at night. So, anyways, yeah. So that's my biggie. No soda. Trying to figure out what I got to do for this bread thing. And then, want me to say this really quick?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think that's a good one. Because that's more about your self.
About myself. I say soda is about myself.
Yeah, that's a good health goal.
Okay, so I have to do better self-maintenance. And the thing about the better self-maintenance is like I need to get my nails done more often. I need to be more consistent with my hair. But this is the problem. This is the problem. One, that managing that time of going is hard for me. Managing the time to go get my hair done or go get my nails done, that time right there is so hard for me to find in my schedule, because I'll be like, well, I could be doing this. Like, I could be doing that.
You don't make any time for yourself.
I don't. And the other thing is my husband be gassing me up. He just be like,
you look great.
You just like, and that's great and everything, but I still need to take the time to do self-maintenance. So I'm trying to figure out where in this schedule to do that. But
where do you make time for yourself?
Okay, so my thing is I just make time for myself like when the kids go to bed.
Right.
And then I spend 2-3 hours. And that is like my level of self-care.
I do the same thing, girl. I be up late, tired in the morning.
But I feel like I need to have like my nails done more often. But then I get tired of them. But anyways, I need to do that.
Yes.
But the hair has been better. 2022. 2022, I've been doing better with my hair.
You found a system.
I found a system. And I told the boy, let me tell you.
Don't tell your secrets now.
Don't tell my secrets, but child, I might drop the link, okay? 2023, I might have to drop the link, okay?
I'm
because
crying.
Let me tell you, this thing came through.
Okay, so the last thing that we wanted to add was a mom goal.
Yeah.
So trying to cover all bases, but the last thing that we wanted to do was a mom goal. For myself, I want to have intentional one-on-one time, specifically with my older son. I spend a lot of time with my 3-year-old because he's home with me, and he has a lot of things that we do together while Kenan is at school.
Yeah.
And he feels that. And because my son, he doesn't speak yet. He has a speech delay. So I'll just go ahead and say that. He has a speech delay. And so he has speech therapy, and like he has all these things that we do. And Kendon, and when I go and take him to those things, Kendon is like, well, can I go? How come I can't go? And I'm like, so there's a lot of time and attention for him because he does require a lot of attention. And sometimes I feel bad because a lot of the things are focused on him. We do give Kendon a lot of attention, though. Let me just say, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know.
You guys make pizzas.
We make a lot of time and attention for him. He gets the world. But sometimes those things are interrupted because Bryson needs something or, whatever. And so that's a part of having a sibling. But a lot of Kendon's emotions resonate with me because I carry those same, we have a lot of similarities in our personalities. And we require a lot of attention. Quality time is our love language. And because I noticed those things about him and that he's a little bit more sensitive with certain things, I do try to cater to that. So one of my mom goals was to make more one-on-one time with him. I kind of already started, we did like a cute little ice cream date, I think I talked about on here, and he just raved about it. I had so much fun. It was just me and you. And and my husband makes time to do those things with him as well. So yeah, that's one of my mom goals.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So my motherhood goal is something I implemented the end of last year. And the goal is we're not waiting to the weekend to turn up.
I love that.
We're not waiting till Friday. We're not waiting till Saturday. We're not waiting till Sunday. On Monday, we get most of our homework done. Okay. It's a packet. We get as many pages as we feel good about getting through.
Right.
Okay. Come Tuesday, we not waiting till Friday. We going to the indoor playground. We going to the park. We having dinner at the pizzeria.
I love that.
We're not waiting till the weekend. Because I noticed something when I was a kid, I would get bored or I would get so excited for the weekend, but then my parents had things to do and they're like, oh, we didn't do anything for the weekend. And it's like, why we got to wait till the weekend?
Yeah.
Long as you in bed get home, shower in bed by 7:30,
turn up.
We're going to turn up. And since I have more freedom now, look, I didn't switch over to this stay-at-home mom life. And it's lit, okay?
It is lit.
And so I just feel like, why do we gotta wait? We don't have to wait. We don't have to wait till the weekend.
That's another topic that I kind of want to talk about, because I feel like we would be seen as spoiling our kids. A lot of people that I know or friends that I know that have children, I think the older generation would see us as spoiling our kids.
Oh, really?
Because we kind of we do stuff like that. Oh, you guys want to go get ice cream today? Let's go get ice cream. Yeah, it's not a big deal. I feel like the term spoiling came from just kind of giving your kids too much. But what is too much?
Yeah.
I feel like as long as you're teaching them the value behind things and why we work so hard, rewarding them, things like that, I feel like that's so I feel like that's a whole other topic that I kind of want to talk about.
And quickly, something that I do add with that is we only do the fun things. You can't get in trouble at school and go do the fun things.
It's earned.
It's earned.
If you're well behaved, you've done your work.
You're listening.
Yeah, Kendon, a lot of times after school, he'll be like, Mom, can I get a donut? And I'm like, if yesterday you were so nice to your brother, you cleaned up your room when I asked you to do it, you did your homework with a smile, you ate all of your dinner, let's turn up.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to always be chores and things like that, but if you're on point, I don't see why you can't have certain things.
Yeah,
because we reward ourselves as adults. I go to Starbucks twice a week. You know what I'm saying? It's like
why not?
Why can't he go get a little Martinelli's juice from the corner store? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and also when you go home, it's just like we're just going on tablets and TV when we could be at the playground, going for a walk, going to a park, little play dates,
right?
Like
enjoying the rest of the day. Like life doesn't have to just be school, home, homework, go to bed.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, and so I started that last year, and it also motivates them to do well in school and listen, because I told these kids is extroverts.
Yeah, my son is too.
Yeah,
he's always wanting to go.
Yeah, go. And so if you're being good at school, then
I like that too, because I'm like, listen, all these things can go away.
Yeah, that too.
If you're not following the rules, if you're not doing your part, all these things can go away. You know, we have, the world is your oyster. Yeah. But you have to follow the path that's set before you can get there. Okay?
That part. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's my little mommy goal.
And that wraps up today's episode.
And we're out.
Right. Thank you guys so much for listening, for watching on YouTube, for listening and watching on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys are listening. We really appreciate you guys. Please be sure to leave us a 5-star rating and review wherever you're watching. If you're on YouTube, you can leave us a comment below as you're watching. Let us know what you guys think of this episode. Yes. Subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share. If you feel like this podcast will be helpful to others, please share it with them.
Yes, please.
Repost it, all the things. We would greatly appreciate you guys. And we will holler at y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.